Hello there. As we all know, wind power is a lot about coexistence. One of the key areas is, of course, how do we invest in the best way cooperate with the defence interests. I'm here today with Steve Smith and Dujon-Collins, who are both involved in WindEuropes, very interesting and important cooperation with NATO and other defence interests. Steve, could you please tell us a little bit more about the work that WindEurope do together with NATO?
Yeah, so recently WindEurope's been engaged much more closely with NATO. This has come about over several years of events such as the ones we hold here in WindEurope and elsewhere. This has grown over time by building trust between the wind industry and the aviation and defence stakeholders. In the early days, there was a little bit of, let's say, negative agreement between some of these entities. And very, very slowly over time, we've built confidence and cooperation. And now the theme is very much harmonious coexistence for these entities.
And very super interesting. And I understand that cooperation with NATO is not the only part where the wind industry is working close with the defence interests.
Yes, that's quite right. So, yes, we have worked with NATO organisations. In particular, we helped with the research of NATO's Energy Centre of Excellence on energy security. And we have also most recently built a good relationship with the European Defence Agency, who have got an action from the Commission using some Horizon Europe funding for a new project called Project Symbiosis. And so WindEurope and through the Aviation and Defence Task Force will also be supporting that project, providing the wind industry's perspective on things and support to that project. We also work with other initiatives. So with WindEurope, we've worked closely with Defence Academy to support them with an education and information sharing piece on a offshore wind seminar. So they understand what offshore wind really is and where maybe there are more opportunities of mutual understanding, and actually there's more cooperation in logistics and surveillance between the parties than maybe there are conflicts. So you look for those win-win opportunities.
WindEurope has developed quite a complete database of the best practices through surveys and discussion with the wind energy associations around Europe and indeed beyond. And the idea is to enable authorities to feel confident they can go forward with those best practices and not have to start from scratch themselves and potentially waste years doing so. So the idea is to build on the collective experience and sort of wisdom that's been developed.
As you all know, Sweden is getting closer and closer to a NATO membership. What do you see that Sweden and in particular the Swedish wind power market could benefit from getting closer and closer to this cooperation that you're running in WindEurope?
It's not just about radar. So we've looked at things like aviation lighting, see how we can maybe harmonise lighting standards across different jurisdictions, but equally understanding and respecting that each market has its own particular reason why marking aviation lighting might be subtly different to its neighbour next door. But where possible, there are solutions for different things. So it's getting that understanding that there's solutions out there, there's opportunities, there's different programs and projects being run by different countries, and there's real tangible, not just studies you can reach out and read, but there's actually real working practices now between the different actors to find these solutions. And obviously with WindEurope, with the side events we host, we encourage to have people come and listen, but engage with those who are actually doing that. So they come and brief the people who have actually run these studies, they're doing these opportunities. So come and hear from those, share afterwards, and then see how you can apply that in your own market. What that means for you in Sweden, for the wind industry working together, because it is about working together, and how you can mutually understand and respect your the aviation or defence stakeholder in overcoming some of those challenges.
Sounds really, really promising, and many thanks to you, Steve and Dujon, for doing a great job, and keep up that. And from the Swedish Wind Energy Association side and our member companies, I would say that we're happy to take on the invitation and to come closer and closer to the work that you're doing within WindEurope.